Today we're going to be playing Czar for a Day. It's a one-page scenario for Zen Fantasy, which is a two-page roleplay game. You could also use this with your other favorite roleplay game. Now, Czar for a Day is an actual scenario outline where you're going to be traveling on a small section of a campaign map through the North Woods, through the city of Iridos, the Goblin Forest, or the Viridian Tower. There's also an Iron Grave. Now, two-page roleplay Zen Fantasy. I'm going to be playing Lady May, an enchantress, today. You have the rules for combat, the rules for magic, and the rules for do something anything. This game is designed to be picked up and played. In fact, the second page of Zen Fantasy roleplay game is two-page roleplay game is example of how a referee would craft an adventure, and there's even some handy tables here that would get you right in with either co-op or solo play. But on to Czar for a Day. Again, I'm playing Lady May, and I'm going to start by reading the intro. It's an adventure for Zen Fantasy. Okay, this is an adventure intended for a mage. Well, a mage. I am an enchantress. I'm not sure what this mage is, but yes, I am, or a barbarian could exceed, but only a clever one. Well, magic is chaos. We would all agree with that. To control magic from going astray, a council of Zers stand guard over the Empire and the Outer Planes. Ooh, sounds very creepy. When a mage uses magic or items which breach the Covenant, the Czars take action to restore order. But the Czars are very busy, and they can't be everywhere. So some of the lesser jobs, they ask their agents to act, and that would probably be me. I am an agent. Zarex the Black is using the Infinity Orb in ways that drain the magic flow of all wizards. He's been told to stop. Time to make him. Well, it does seem like a person that probably should be handled by a main Zer. I'll play that character sort of weaselly like that. I'm not sure why I'm being sent on this mission. It seems rather important to be trusted to someone like me, but okay, let's see what I can do here. Now I'm going to travel to the Viridian Tower. It looks pretty dangerous, I gotta say. I used the magic portal, and I told people I don't do voices, so now I'm breaking my own oath here. Okay, use the magic portal in Iridos to transport to the tower, exactly to the tower in Scene 2, or travel overland through the Goblin Forest. Well, I don't trust magic enough, even though I'm a magic user. I'm going to travel overland to the Goblin Forest. Now, it looks like a hex crawl. Do I roll for each of the hexes here? This is the first time I've seen this, so I'm playing it right out the bat. And I'm going to say, let's see, choose one for the adventure. A magical blade allows you to be a barbarian for one scene. That's interesting. Amulet of Czar allows the user of the magic to control if the spirit reigns in the Eye of a Lute, which you find yourself with two or more great mobs, remove one. No, I'm going to take the magic blade and be able to change into a barbarian for one day. So Lady May is more of a roguish figure, not a true rapscallion yet. But I have a magic blade. It's a fiery blade. Yeah. And I'm going to take that fiery blade and come into this area down the road. Now, I got scenes in the lower caverns, the stone gate, the chessmen, the enter the tower, the barren waste. These all look like they're sort of Scene 2. The wizard will let you use the magic portal now. We're going to go through the Goblin Forest. So I'm going to defeat a D6 lowly minions to enter the barren wastes. So these are the barren wastes? Oh, the barren wastes must be around the tower here. They look barren. They look like the trees are on fire there. I'm going to take the road and say it's relatively safe, and I'm going to make my first roll in the Goblin Forest here. Die 6 lowly minions. And I'm going to face 6 lowly minions. Does it have to be 6? Why did I have to face 6? Now, I can use my action right now and be a barbarian. I think I will. I'll use my sword right off the bat. And Barbarian rolls 2 die 6 and takes the higher on combat. And lowly minions are pretty easy to kill on this table. Here comes my first dice roll of the game. Actually, it's the second dice roll of the game because I'm facing 6 minions. All right, 4 and 1. So 4 is I've killed one of the lowly minion. I'm going to do this pretty quick. I've got my blade that allows me to transfer from Lady May into Morg the Barbarian. It's sort of a Lady Hawk thing going on between us. It's complicated, but we make it work. And 4-1, I killed the first one. Now, do I want to take the modifier? Don't need it to treat 4s as 6s. Here comes the second roll. A 3 and a 3. Exhausted, become a rapscallion for the remainder of adventure, and lose my destined status. Well, it just reminded me I'm destined, so those double 3s become a 4, and I clench another guy, use my magic blade, boom, pop right in the middle of his forehead. Goblin goes squish. like a zit. And the second one, he's dead. No, that's 3 dead. That's 4 dead. That's 5 dead. That's 6 dead in a row. Thank you very much, Magic Sword. I'll stick it down in my sheath or shove it in the tree trunk to come back and get it one other day. And I'm moving on. Now, the wastes. To enter the Barren Waste, find a silver bracelet if the minions are defeated. Continuing scene 4. Okay, I find a silver bracelet. Not sure what that is. It could, I guess, could be. I could use another table. If you want to spend a whole $1, you can end up having both the henchman table, which was part of the game 4 Daggers, and the loot table, which was part of the Treasure of the Dragon. All of this on drive-thru. And the Goblin Forest. Enter the wastes here. Now, entering the wastes smell of death and decay. Don't they always? I don't gotta have to bathe now. Lose your destined status and then fight a D6 death goblins. Wow, they're a step better than the lowly minions I faced before, except they're treated as lowly minions. Now, in this case, I no longer have my blade that allows me to do combat. As an enchantress, I would roll a single die 6. That's not bad. But I can roll 2d6 and take the better over here in magic, and let's see what happens with that. Here comes my fireballs. Love fireballs. It's the only useful spell they've ever created. Fireball, fireball, fireball. You know, if you're ever told, well, you get to pick 3 level 3 spells. If you're not taking 3 fireballs, you don't know what you're doing in that other game. Well, here we go with magic. So I'm going to roll on my table. I'm going to try to keep this whole mission under half an hour if Lady May can pull it off. And rolling for my magic, and 2 dice, 6 and 3, plus 1 because I am destined, means that I have killed 1 lowly minion. How many did I have to kill? D6? Let's see if we roll D6 here. 3 of them. Well, 2 left. Here comes my second roll of magic. Hey, is it fireball? I think it's fireball. And here comes my other fireball, a 1 and a 3. I take the higher, and I also roll a plus 1 for destined, and I've altered the cosmos. Now I'm rolling 3 dice. 3 dice to resolve any action. And I could go back over to here as combat. Instead of rolling 1 die, I'm rolling 3 dice now. Yeah, I think I'm going to roll some combat as an enchanter here. Hey, that sword I left in the tree trunk, well, somebody said let's bring it back out. What did I say? 2 more to defeat. Boom, and boom, they go down. Squishy, squishy, squishy. I take their heads and I juggle with them as I continue down the road. Czar for a day. Wearing my silver bracelet, by the way. The smell of the waste. I've killed the lowly. Continue with scene 5. I need a second pawn here. Let me grab another item here. Take this nice gold coin. Tells me I'm in the tower. Enter the tower? Yeah, I go from site. Enter through a few options. The lower caverns, the stone door, the grievous crack. There ain't no way I'm crawling through a grievous crack, although I have to have the insight. Let's try the stone door. And at the stone door, it's a stone door over here and stone gate over here. That was what we would call an editorial discontinuity. Perform a critical deed to breach the door. If successful, breaching the door, that sounds difficult. Critical deed. As an enchantress, I'm rolling 2 dice and taking a lower. I'm no longer Cosmos. In this case, would probably be an advantage. I sort of look at that door and I go, it's a pretty heavy door to move. Maybe I should try. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to go instead to enter the tower through the grievous crack. I'd like to avoid that grievous crack. Let's go through the lower caverns. And we go through the lower caverns, and the lower caverns, the lower towers are inhabited by a great mob, a scaly beast. I fought a scaly beast before, but it was my ex-husband. Oh, that's a terrible joke. Okay, so let's see. Option, fight the great beast and slay it. When is the option not to fight the great beast and slay it? Well, perform a critical insight and distract the beast across. The sensible thing would be to get the critical insight and distract it to cross. I will go ahead and just slay the great beast outright. I will roll, and I can kill a great mob here with the same roll that I can get the critical insight here. And death and collecting prize of coins is probably a better option. I'm rolling 2 dice. I'm adding 1 because I'm destined. 2 plus 1. Oh, that's a terrible roll. Spirit Wings, become a rapscallion for remainder of the action and lose my destined status. Now I'm rolling 1 die on any table. I can kill a great mob 2 chances, and I can also get some modifiers in here. I'll go back to combat. Boy, that barbarian sword. Morg is coming out more and more. As I said, it's a Ladyhawk problem. We don't discuss that in public. And here comes my die roll on combat. I rolled a 2. I'm not destined. I'm tricked. Add a d6 lowly minions or an in-minute scourge. I could probably kill a lot of lowly minions pretty quick. Now I'm sad. I'm going to take the imminent scourge. So I get an imminent scourge, and I also need to kill a great mob in order to win. I'm going to still roll on that table. I feel like I get my destined status back, and there's a double chance here I could get that alter the cosmos again. What's the worst that can happen? I can get a d6 lowly minions. That's the worst that can happen. All right, I'm going to go continue with combat. Here comes a d6 for me. And I rolled a 6. So the scourge appears. The scourge, let's describe the scourge. We got 100 of these hairy ape-like creatures that come flying out at me. Flying monkeys. Boy, we've entered into Wizard of Oz here. So I'm going to arm my arquebus, and I'm going to start... Yes, you can have firearms in games. And you go back and watch your Wizard of Oz. The Scarecrow is armed with a firearm in that movie. Okay, at the end. Let's go ahead and we've handled the scourge. We're going to go on with one more die, and I'm trying to get my destined status back. I'm trying to kill a great mob here. I'm still on combat. Here goes. Should I take that destined status? Gosh, it's so powerful to have that destined status. Yeah, 100 monkeys are still coming at me with the end of the scourge. I just got my destined status back. I wet my thumb. I cleaned the sights on my gun. I'm ready to start going into this thing. Here comes my die roll. And the best magic, of course, is +1, because I'm destined, is Sparks Fly, defeat a great mob. Boom, I killed that scaly beast. Now I got to kill his offspring, those flying monkey things. I'm destined. I'm trying to end a scourge. Here comes my die roll. It's a 6. Those are good rolls. 6, 4, 6. Wow, we love it when the story comes together so well. So I've ended the scourge. I'm back destined status. I've killed the great mob. I've got the silver coins. What is my mission? Should I quit right now with my silver bracelets and silver coins and go back to the czars and say, yeah, my day is up. Hey, it took me a couple of days across the desert. You only said I had to do this for a little while. I slayed the great beast and continue with scene 7. I'm still going to have to get to the stone gate. What's this nonsense? Come on, who wrote this? Hey, come on, you gotta have a break here. You know, if I went through the lower caverns, I shouldn't end back up. Well, it's probably a second gate. They know that the scaly beast and his flying monkey companions are not that powerful, so you're gonna end up at the stone gate anyway. Let me go back to this right here. And I can try the Grievous Crack and get a critical insight. So let's go through the Grievous Crack and get the critical insight here. Critical insight is right here in my magic, right up my alley. It's in my wheelhouse, as I often say. And I'm going to roll 2 dice. I'm adding 1 because I'm destined. I'm looking for a critical insight. Here comes my 2 dice roll. A 5 and a 5 plus 1 for destined is 6 is critical insight. This game, I tell you, if you got a competent player in this game, you know, like Lady May, and I have got my critical insight. So with my critical insight, I can cross the Grievous Crack. The Grievous Crack, I breach in the top of the tower. First, though, you must complete a critical insight to find. So I'm going to fly up to it. Nah, I don't fly. I'll levitate. It's a nice, easy spell to conjure. You know, let me flip that spell book open. Take a day and memorize it. Now it's in my mind, and as I cast it, whoop, it disappears. Oh my god, that makes no sense, but okay. Luckily, I'm playing a 2-page roleplay Zen Fantasy, not that Theater of the Mind, not that other piece of crap excuse of a game that's 40 years too old and should be retired. And now, let's go over to the chessmen. The wizard has large, man-sized chessmen guarding his outer chamber, of course. Why wouldn't he have large chessmen, you know? And did they send me off with 100 other guys to kill? Did we do this like Delvers? Did we just, you know, did we make a company of men? How about this? Does the king have any sort of noble knights that I can bring 15 of them with me? Well, if you bring 15 knights with you, then you're not facing a die 6 plus 1 lowly minions and a great mob. You end up facing 8,000 and you get the Battle of the 5 Armies. But I'm the wizard with the chessmen. We're gonna play chess on a chessboard. We're gonna play combat chess. Now, where did I see that? Where did I see that? Did I see that in a certain wizard that I can't say his name because of the litigious enforcement of copyright protection? Or did I see that in a Lewis Carroll novel from 200 years ago? All right, the chessmen, Edgar Rice Burroughs, didn't he have the Chessmen of Mars? I should Google right now and just spend the next 10 minutes listing all the times where you had chess games appear inside of fantasy novels. Whew. Okay. Let's see, the wizard has a large man-sized chessman guarding the entrance. Die 6 plus 1 lowly minions. Please roll a 1. 4. Okay, and a great mob. I gotta kill 4 minions and a great mob. Now I go back to my character here. Boy, this would have been a good time to use that Sword of Morg. But I don't have the Sword of Morg with me, so I'm going to have to do this by magic. If I'm lucky, I can get that 3-die roll before I get the Rapscallion penalty. If I roll really unlucky, things are going to get hurtful quick. Here comes, and I've died many times running these games. It's all part of the fun. If you don't have death in roleplay, you're not role-playing. Here goes my dice roll. 2 dice, adding 1 for Destin. A 1. Do I count the 1? No, I don't count the 1. I take 2 dice and take the higher. Do I have a choice of taking the 1? No, you take the higher. It's 1 page of rules. Stop trying to make it freestyle. 6. 6 plus 1 is a 7. 7 is adept. Defeat a lowly minion, great mob, or gain a critical insight. Now, the critical insight I don't need. What did I need here? I needed to kill 4 mobs and a great mob. What was that? I was a chessman. So I walk up to the queen on the board, and say, hey, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's going to get cut in half before the dawn? Did they arrive? No, but okay, hall. Who gets cut in half in this great hall? Oh, that's close, okay. And who's not going to attend another ball? Now I'm getting better here. And let's see, wall, ball, who fell off the horse inside the stall? Okay. Make up a few more of your own as we go along here. I've killed the great mob, and now I got 4 lonely minions. I can't just command these 4 lonely minions. I got silver with me. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just throw a curveball here and say, you know, I got a silver bracelet. I hold that silver bracelet up, and I got these coins. I go, take the coins, lowly minions, goblin-esque type creations. Why don't you work for a real wizard, Lady May, and I'll also show them the fact that Morg comes out with swords. They'll go, wow, awe-inspired, wonderful. Okay, so I got my little minions here as well. And I'm going to move on. Continue scene 9. Scene 9, the mirror encounter. You have entered an extra-dimensional chamber of mirrors and terrors. Alright, we've just went Conan the Destroyer. You must overcome your fears and defeat a D6 lonely minions and a great mob and perform a critical insight to cross. Wow, that is a lot of stuff to do. Okay, well, I'm going to use my minions to kill their minions. So I'm going to just take the great mob. I'll get my silver back too. Hey, that's the way it goes. The chessmen, those pawn chessmen are going to help me out, but they're going to end up getting defend your skewed. And here comes defeat lowly minions, a great mob, perform a critical insight. Let's start with a critical insight. 2 dice, critical insight, adding 1 to the roll. 4. Alter the cosmos. Just when you think that 1-3 is a terrible roll, you start to realize, hey, somebody put some thought into this game mechanics. Who is the authors of who is this Raman Hilmer with such a distinctive ability to write game mechanics? And we're going to add 1 is 4, alter the cosmos. Now I'm rolling 3 dice and taking the better. Magic, out my hands. All of you fly to another land. 665. Let's take that 6. I think we need a critical insight here. We needed a critical insight, and we needed a great mob. Critical insight, great mob. The easiest way to kill him over here, I'm rolling 3 dice. And all others roll single die, but I'm rolling 3 dice as an enchantress. If I was rolling 3 dice and do something, anything as an enchantress, I'm still taking the lower number. But in this case, I'm going to just roll 3 dice over here on the combat table. 3 dice, a 5, destined status becomes a 6. I've killed my great mob. I am moving into the end game here, aren't I? Scene 10, a golem. What the hell? Oh, if you have the silver braces from scene 3, you pass the room of the goblin. Woohoo! Off to the battle with the wizard. I don't want to battle a wizard. This is not... Why does it always end with a battle of a wizard? Can't I join the wizard? He might be able to teach me something about necromancy or demonics or the powers of cosmic. Is it so bad that he's eliminating magic from the world? Look at our modern technology. Is that such a bad place to... okay, let's defeat the battle with the wizard. 3 options to defeat the wizard. Transform into a great beast. That sounds too much like Bear Man. Use raw power your magic. Blast him with bolts of lightning, ice, and volcanic fire. He did say fire, and we are dealing with fire. Fire. Because of the magic destruction, the tower will be destroyed, and the infinity orb is lost. Well, that still I'd win. And crush his mind with greater power. And now I'm gonna crush his mind. Fireball. Did you guys not watch the first 20 minutes of this? You probably didn't. In fact, the algorithms say that most of you are going to watch the first 30 seconds of this, so you're not listening anywhere, losers. And so I'm going to use raw power, and I'm going to use my raw power, blast this guy with bolts of lightning, I say, ice. Lice. I'm not trying to make him uncomfortable here. And volcanic fire. How about hellfire? I am going to bring part of the sun into the room here and burn everyone. Now we're talking. Critical insight, mob, and lowly minions. How many lowly minions I got to fight? 3. 3 lowly minions, a great mob, and a critical insight. I could lose it here at the end. I'm still destined, and I can't roll combat except as 1 die. I roll magic as 2 dice. I'm killing 3 lowly minions. I'm killing a great mob. And I'm also looking for a critical insight. This is all in the Magic User wheelhouse. Now I know why it was recommended to be played by a Magic User. But you really never get a chance to play a solo Magic User and just use your full potential of what Magic would be. You can do that in this, and that's what Theater of the Mind is all about. Why are you so restricted as a Magic User? Magic should be unbounded. In this case, that's why I'm on this mission, to kill this guy who's trying to add some bounds to it. I'm going to call this guy in the end E. Gary. E. Gary, you've destroyed magic for the rest of us for the last 40 years, and I'm here to stop this and tell you about a better way to play role-play games. Here comes my 2 dice. A 4 and a 5. Do we add 1 because we're destined? We do. Now, do I want to kill the great mob right off the bat? Do I want to defeat a lowly minion? Do I critical insight? I'll get the critical insight, knowing that I'm going to destroy the tower in here. This could end my... No, it won't. It's not going to end my life. It's magic. Even if I died here, I'd come out of my magic jar someplace else. Gosh, did you guys not even read the books you buy for thousands of dollars? This one, by the way, is $1. It will go up from that price over time as I get aggravated with you people on why you don't take advantage of the first week offering. I know you get the emails. I know you get the emails. Nobody's that busy in life. If you're that busy in life that you can't game, wow, I pity you. All right, still rolling on this table. Here we go. 1 and 1. Oh, I cursed myself by attacking my audience. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to attack you guys. You're all so lovable. I wish I could play games with all of you. Power spike. Add a critical insight and lose your destined status. I need to get a critical insight. I need to create kill a great mob, and there are 3 bad little minions that are coming gnawing at me. Snakes. I hate snakes. Little snake men. Snake men with snake heads and snake tails and little clawy, bony arms and stuff. Where's my chessmen? Oh, I abandoned them earlier. Did I get the silver back? Yes, I did. Okay, back on magic. Here I go. 5 and a 2, but I'm not destined. Respite happens again. Treat as result 6. Add a d6 minions or a second great mob. I'll double the great mob. The guy breaks himself into 2 and realizes that one guy's going to try to escape. So I got 2 wizards trying to escape. Didn't you, when you watch that Marvel movie and all of the different, robot guys that could spread through all the internet? It wasn't ridiculous that they all came in at the end. Wouldn't at least one of them be hiding out on the moon or, some planetoid on Jupiter? Easy solutions, easy problems. All right, let's go back to this. 2 great mobs and a critical insight, and I've lost my destined status. I'm rolling 2 dice on magic, and here comes my die. 6 and a 5. What do? I pick up that destined status. I'm back in the game here, folks. It's mine to lose or win. Here comes 2 dice. 2 and a 5 plus 1, because I am destined. I have taken care of the critical insight. 2 great mobs. Now I probably will kill the second great mob, the one running away. Cowards. Cowards die with a bolt to the back. Fire, Flame Strike, Magic Fire Rope, Magic Fire Shoes, Go Gadget Fireball. Here comes my another roll. I got 1 critical insight, 1 great mob to win this whole thing. 2 dice, and adding 1 is a 7. Well, I'll just go ahead and kill the last guy, and then I'll use that critical insight, that final roll of the game, to say, I realize with critical insight, this tower's coming down. I need to get out of it. I need to keep my silver and my silver bracelet. I would like to pick up one of those chessmen guys on the way out, because I shouldn't have done them so wrong. 2 dice, looking for a critical insight. A 5 and a 3, plus a 6 destined. This game is won. Zen Fantasy 2-page roleplay. Play it any way you want. Play it as farce, play it as serious, play it as Viking LARP, play it as very dark, ugly, vicious magic. Don't put those on the internet. You'll just end up, never being able to publish again. But in the confines of your own home, and playing solo, that was fun. I had fun. More later.